welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa Alexander Marshall, and welcome. If you're new here, hi, how are you? Don't forget, hit the subscribe button at the bottom and make sure you click the notification bell so every time I'm uploading a new video, you are notified. Declutter time. Declutter, declutter, declutter. I am about to declutter my makeup. It is long time to declutter. I have got to get a lot of this makeup gone, and I have so much makeup that's old. I need to throw it away. The one thing I'm not going to bring you guys is my setting spray declutter. I've already decluttered the setting sprays and cleaned the area where I have the setting sprays. If you haven't seen it, I am doing a vlog as well about the decluttering and cleaning up I'm doing in my room. So I will put that video somewhere. If either the vlog or this video go up first, I will let you guys know. But right now, yeah, I already did the setting sprays and clean the area. But yeah, it's long time to declutter my makeup. I am in my room right now because that's where all of my makeup is. I am going to start with my foundations, skin tints, tinted moisturizers, primers today. I'm going to get what I can decluttered, and I may not go in that order particularly because I do need to declutter my concealers. The vast majority of my mascaras I'm probably going to declutter. I don't know if I'm going to bring that for you guys on this video. The biggest thing I do need to declutter are highlighters, blushes, bronzers, and 1,000,000% my eyeshadow palettes. I cannot close one of the drawers. I have so many eyeshadow palettes. But I'm going to start with the foundations, tinted moisturizers, and primers first. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, it's an absolute shame I have this much foundation. But I got a lot of foundation, so I'm kind of going to stay out of the camera shot. But this is what I have right now. I'm going to go ahead and start with this one because I don't know why this is suddenly open. This is the foundation from NARS. I do wear this from time to time, so I am going to keep this foundation. I'm not going to get rid of it. Also, the soft matte foundation, also from NARS. I'm also going to keep this, so I am going to be keeping both foundations from NARS. I've only worn this foundation a couple of times from Clinique. It's not that old, and this is a very good foundation. I am going to keep this foundation. All right, I have both of these foundations from Makeup Revolution. I am going to go ahead and declutter this. I am going to give this away. This one I'm going to keep, even though I just ordered the new foundation from Makeup Revolution in the white cap. I don't know why I forget I have this foundation. This foundation is good. This one is good too, and it's not that old. As you can see, it's still pretty new. I've only worn it a few times. I don't wear it. I don't pick it up. So I am going to declutter this and keep this. This from Beauty Blender, it is old. It is super, super old. This is the Bounce foundation. Remember, it was innovative because it had the little dish at the bottom. They don't even make this foundation anymore, and this is very, very old. I am going to toss this. This Hourglass foundation, this ambient foundation, I'm going to declutter this one because for the simple fact the foundation is fine, it's the wrong shade. This shade is too light for me, so I am going to declutter this and give this to someone who is this shade. So I am going to give this away. This is still pretty new, but it's just not my shade. I just need a darker shade, so I will be decluttering this. I'm sad to say that I will be tossing the Beauty Bakery Instabake foundation. If you don't know by now, Beauty Bakery is shutting down, and I do know this foundation is old, and I don't pick this up. And because it's old and the brand basically no longer exists, I am tossing this. I am also going to be tossing the Oma Beauty by Sharon C foundation. Also, this brand, I believe, was bought out, but I think it's closing. I don't know what's going on with this brand, but I do believe it is being discontinued. And this foundation is kind of old, so I am going to be tossing this. Both of these foundations from Juvia's Place, keeping both. Y'all know I love the original I Am Magic foundation, but this is the newer one, the Radiant foundation. And I have recently just changed the shade, and this shade is a perfect match. This is the original full coverage foundation, and I still wear this one as well. So I am definitely keeping both foundations from Juvia's Place. As much as I hate to see this go from Milani, this is the Screen Queen foundation. This was a perfect match, yet nobody liked this foundation and they discontinued it. The only way you can find this foundation is on Amazon. I have pretty much stopped wearing this foundation for the simple fact that it is discontinued. I did pick up the Conceal and Perfect. This one's still pretty new, so I am going to keep this one and I will be tossing this one. Definitely keeping both foundations from Lancome. I believe one is the hydrating, one is the original formula. Both are in 530, and I like these foundations. I do tend to forget I have these foundations. I do have the concealer, the Lancome Teint Idole concealer as well, but I'm definitely keeping both foundations from Lancome. This is a favorite of mine. I am not getting rid of this CoverGirl foundation, and this is an awesome match. I am definitely 100% keeping this. Both of these foundations from Maybelline. I tend to forget I got this updated. I tend to forget I have this Superstay foundation from Maybelline, but I do tend to go back and forth with the Fit Me foundation, the original OG itself. Definitely keeping both. Yes, this one is a little darker than this one. It is a little darker, but I can perfect it. This one is more of my shade. This is shade number 355, but I am definitely keeping both foundations by Maybelline. Can't tell me nothing about this Fenty Beauty. You are not gonna tell me nothing about this foundation. You know I am keeping this foundation. Definitely keeping the foundation by Fenty Beauty. Definitely keeping the foundation by Pat McGrath. Not getting rid of it. Definitely keeping it. This costs too much money to getting rid of it, so I am definitely keeping this foundation by Pat McGrath. All right, keeping both of my foundations by MAC. This is recent. This is pretty new still. This is the OG itself. I don't care how old it is. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I am in the shade NC50, but in the store they did not have NC50. I got NC55, and it's still a pretty good match. So I'm definitely keeping both foundations by MAC. This is a black-owned brand called Range Beauty. The founders went on Shark Tank and cut a deal with Lori Grenier, however, Grenier, whatever her last name is. But this foundation is a pretty good foundation. Actually, almost, you can tell I've been kind of using the foundation, but I'm keeping this foundation. I am going to be doing a video in the near future featuring all black-owned makeup brands. This is a black-owned makeup brand, so I'm definitely keeping the L'Oreal True Match foundations. I am keeping this. I have used this a lot. This is the newer one from the updated foundation from the original that did not have a pump, and they updated. As you can see, I've been using it, so I am definitely keeping both. This one is the one with the dropper, and I do still wear this foundation, so I am definitely keeping both foundations by L'Oreal. Both of these foundations, you can't tell me nothing about this Makeup by Mario or the Charlotte Tilbury. A lot of people don't like this foundation by Charlotte Tilbury, the Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is my travel foundation. I go everywhere with this foundation, and this is a very good foundation as well. I am definitely keeping both foundations. Okay, these foundations, this is from Believe Beauty. This brand is exclusive to Dollar General, and this is from LA Colors. I'm keeping both foundations because I do plan on doing a video for affordable makeup, particularly those that are below $10. Some are below $15. Both of these foundations are under $10. So I am definitely keeping both of these foundations because I love making videos for those that cannot afford the higher brands, but these are some great alternatives. All right, for the time being, I am going to keep this foundation from Flower Beauty. I have not picked up this foundation in a while, But I do know I have some makeup I'm going to be ordering from Flower Beauty, and I want to use this foundation with the new products from Flower Beauty. So for the time being, I'm going to keep it, but eventually I will be decluttering this. I forgot about this True Skin foundation by Catrice. This foundation is so good, and I forget I have this foundation. I'm going to keep it for the time being. This is actually a really good foundation. I believe this has a dofa applicator. Yes, this has like this applicator. It's kind of runny, but yeah, I am definitely keeping the foundation by Catrice. Y'all, while I open this got a pump. This has a pump, okay? But I'm still keeping it. This has a pump. I know a lot has been going on with Morphe, and they have another foundation that I want to try out. For the time being, I am going to keep this foundation by Morphe. Yeah, I'm going to keep it for right now. I do plan on getting the other foundation with the white top by Morphe, but for the time being, I am going to keep this. I'm on the fence with this by Dose of Colors. The shade is pretty good. I remember when this first came out, everybody had this. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. The shade I'm in is 131. I believe I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. I don't wear this. I don't wear this at all. And I'm not sure if they're coming out with another foundation, because I have noticed that this foundation is on sale. This and the concealer are on sale. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. I really don't pick it up. I really don't. I don't see myself picking this up anytime soon, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. For the time being, I am going to keep this foundation by Rare Beauty. Again, this is something else I don't really pick up, but because I have, ooh, wait, hold on. Scratch that. I'm going to toss this. This is separating. Because it's old, I'm going to go ahead and toss this. It is beginning to separate, and I'm not wearing something that's going to separate, so I'm going to go ahead and toss it. I am keeping the foundation by House Labs. Everybody loves this Triclone foundation. The foundation wears well. The shade is a hair too dark, which is why you don't see me pick this up like everybody else does. I do know it's a good foundation. The shade is just off for me, so for the time being, I will be keeping it. I tend to forget I have both of these foundations from Anastasia Beverly Hills and the Sephora collection. For the time being, I'm going to keep both of them, but I can see myself decluttering more this one than this one. But for the time being, I will be keeping both of these. I'm going to keep this. I'm actually almost out of it. I'm going to go ahead and just finish it up. The Pretty Fresh foundation by ColourPop. I'm going to keep it for right now, only because it's actually almost out. So it's with the amount that's remaining, I can just go ahead and just finish it up. But for the time being, I am keeping it, but it is running pretty low. All right, I have this by NYX, the Revlon Luminous Foundation. This is still pretty new. I am going to keep this, and I'm going to keep this one as well because I am going to be doing a makeup look featuring NYX products. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this. And last but not least, this is the foundation by LYS. I do wear this foundation. This foundation is so good. So I am going to keep this foundation, and I am also keeping these as well. So that is it with the foundations. Next, I'm going to be bringing you guys skin tints, foundation sticks, and so forth. And I'm going to be bringing primers for you guys. All right, as I was clearing everything and putting everything back, I had two other foundations that were with my, I had put where the skin tints and BB creams and tinted moisturizers were. This is the foundation from Kosas. I had no room to put it at the top, but now I have room. I'm definitely going to be keeping this. However, this foundation from Essence, I don't wear this. This was the darkest shade they had available in the store. I've only worn this twice. I don't plan on wearing this, so I am definitely going to be decluttering this one, but I am going to be keeping this one from Kosas. All right, we should be going pretty fast with this one. These are all of my stick foundations and tinted moisturizers. And the first one, remember when this went so viral? This is the Good Apple foundation by KVD Vegan Beauty. I don't wear this anymore, and I know this is old. I am going to go ahead and toss this. I don't wear this. And just like everybody else, it ended up being cakey on me in the end. It was a good foundation, but as it wore through the day, did get cakey, and I didn't wear it since then. So I am going to go ahead and toss this. I am also going to toss this Tinted Moisturizer by NARS. I don't wear this. I don't wear this. This is in the shade Medium Deep 2. I don't wear this. I more so wear the foundations more than this. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to toss this. This Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Give this away. I've only worn this maybe once or twice, and I think it's still pretty new. I don't wear this. I don't pick this up. So I am definitely going to declutter this. Okay, this I'm keeping. This I'm keeping from Fashion Fair. This I'm keeping from MAC, the cream to powder. All of these are cream to powder foundations. I just started picking this back up from Milani. I just started wearing this again. I am also going to be keeping the Milani Glow Skin Tint. I just started picking this back up again. So I am definitely going to be keeping all of these. Definitely 100% keeping the Danessa Myricks. I do wear Danessa Myricks. I wear this a lot. I'm definitely going to be keeping all of this. This No Filter foundation stick from ColourPop, I'm tossing this. I don't wear this. I think I wore it maybe once or twice. Let me see. Yeah, I don't wear this. I really don't, and I can tell it's kind of old. I don't wear this, so I am definitely going to be tossing this foundation stick by ColourPop. 100% keeping. I wear the snot out of this Urban Decay Hydro Manic Tinted Moisturizer. I travel with this a lot. I hadn't really worn it a whole lot lately because I've been wearing other products, but I do tend to put this in my travel bag, so I'm 100% keeping. Y'all, I forgot I had this foundation stick from Juvia's Place. I forgot. I so forgot I had. Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and toss this because I don't wear this and it's looked like it's been eaten up. I'm not gonna keep this. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. It's got a hole in it, got hairs and everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep this. So I'm definitely gonna toss this, but I can reorder if I want to, but I am gonna toss this. You know daggone well I'm keeping this e.l.f. Camo CC cream. I'm almost out. Look what it looked like. Y'all, you know I'm keeping this. I am definitely keeping this. I do have the hydrating one. It's coming in a video soon, but you know I'm keeping it because I'm going to squeeze the living daylights out of this Camo CC cream. Can't tell me nothing about Fashion Fair. Cannot tell me nothing about Fashion Fair. This is the foundation stick I use when I'm singing in church. Do I have any left? Yeah, I do have some left. Oh, do I? Starting to run a little low on this. Glad I have the cream to powder one. But I am definitely 100% keeping this. I get so many compliments when I'm wearing this foundation stick by Fashion Fair. I am keeping this. I'm glad I have the cream to powder because look, you can tell I use this a whole lot. 100% keeping. Also keeping the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Tinted Moisturizer. I'm definitely keeping this. Even though a lot of people don't really like it too much, from time to time I do wear this, but not the way I wear the original Eavesdrop from Fenty Beauty. So definitely 100% keeping both of these. I also have the dupe that Fenty Beauty did with the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the drops for this, the highlight drops, what they call this. This is the Eavesdrop Lit. So I am definitely keeping all three of these by Fenty Beauty. And here's the original dupe itself. And you think I'm gonna get rid of this? No, I also travel with this. This is the original OG itself. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. You know I'm keeping this. There are times when I travel, I use this as my foundation. I really do use this as my foundation. So I am definitely keeping the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Now I recently tried this out by Bobbi Brown, and as much as I thought I was going to wear this, I'm not, and it's still kind of new. I hadn't too long taken it out the packaging. I am going to go ahead and declutter this. I don't wear this, and I don't see myself picking this up anytime soon, so I'm definitely going to declutter this. For the time being, I will be keeping the foundation stick by Mented, even though they've been acquired by another brand and they got new products coming out soon. But this foundation stick is still really, really good. I am definitely going to be keeping it. I am also going to be keeping the OG itself, the Black Opal foundation stick that everybody uses for contour. I use it for all over the face foundation. So I'm definitely keeping both brands by Mented and Black Opal. I forgot I had this. This is the One Size Beauty BB cream. I don't wear it as much because it's super full coverage, but the shade is awesome. It is an awesome shade match and it does wear pretty well. Can get a little cakey if you put too much on, but for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. And last but not least, the foundation sticks from MAC and Huda Beauty. Keeping both of these. I do tend to forget I do have this foundation stick by MAC, and this Huda Beauty foundation stick, awesome. This is the shade Chocolate Mousse. This is the shade NC50. So I'm definitely keeping both foundation sticks. All right, I got through the tinted moisturizers, foundation sticks, and tossing out some that I don't wear. Next, we're going into primer. All right. I've decided to go ahead and declutter my mascara, so I've already done that. So I've gotten rid of most of my mascaras. I'm only keeping a few of the mascaras. Stay tuned to the vlog so you can see what I kept. Here are all of my primers. So I have all of my primers right here. I can tell you right now, this Fit Me primer, matte and poreless primer from Maybelline, I'm tossing this. I don't wear this. I'm not gonna wear this, so I'm definitely gonna toss this. I am keeping what is this? This is the the vitamin enriched eye base by Bobbi Brown. Now this I am keeping because I haven't too long opened this, so it's still pretty new, so I'm definitely going to keep this. Keeping the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer for the simple fact I did recently get the new foundation that everybody's talking about from Urban Decay. So I did recently pick it up, so I am going to test it with this primer. So for the time being, I am going to keep this. The Dewy Skin Primer by Ciate London. I'm tossing this. This is pretty old. I don't wear this. This is old, so I am definitely tossing this. I got this primer from NYX. I got this primer from NYX. I got this primer from NYX. So guess what? Being that I have some new NYX products, I'm going to keep them. So I'm definitely going to be keeping all of these primers from NYX. This one I really like, and a lot of people do like this Plump Right Back primer from NYX. This one I also like. This is the Hydra Touch Hydrating primer, and this this Ice Freezy primer, I hadn't too long picked this up. This is pretty doggone good. It is cooling on the face, and it does have your makeup last a long time. So definitely keeping all three of these primers from NYX. Kind of forgot I had the Secure the Blur primer from One Size Beauty. This is still pretty new. I hadn't too long picked this up. This is the newer primer, the Secure the Sweat. I'm definitely keeping both of these from One Size Beauty because both primers are really good. It is both for securing the sweat if you are very oily, and with the upcoming summer months, these primers are going to work really well. So I'm definitely keeping both of these from One Size Beauty. The OG itself that everybody does, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is my third one. So if I'm telling you this is the third one and I finally got the big one, and can I tell you I haven't used this one yet because I had the smaller trial sizes that I was using. Baby, I went through two of them. Do you hear me? So you know I'm keeping this. I'm going to be doing a dupe video. I plan on doing a dupe video. But this is what everybody does. The Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. 100% keeping. I have both of these primers from Smashbox. This is very new. Yeah, I hadn't too long seen these in a recent makeup review. This one I've had. I like this one more than this one. But a lot of people like both of them. I just favor this one a little more than this one. However, I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these for right now. But I do know I'm probably going to use this up more than this one. But I will keep both of them. This primer from Believe Beauty. I'm tossing it because it's old and it feels like the product inside is about to explode because that's how old it is. So I'm definitely going to be going ahead and tossing this. I'm not going to take any chances with this primer because it looks like it's about to explode. So that tells me how old it really is. So I'm definitely tossing. Y'all, how many e.l.f. primers do I need? How many? Plus I have this. This is the Acne Putty Primer. And I have the Cookies and Dream Putty Primer. I'm going to go ahead and toss both of these because I don't wear these at all. And I know Cookies and Dream was a limited edition. So I am not going to keep these. I am going to toss these. I am going to keep these. The other, the Power Grip one from e.l.f. in the green. I have it up front ready for a makeup review with updated makeup from e.l.f. that I recently purchased. So yeah, I'm going to keep these. And I'm getting rid of these. This Dr. Brandt primer, illuminizing primer, I am tossing it. There's almost nothing left in here and I don't know why I was keeping an empty tube. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to toss this. This is really, really good. I don't really see this in the store. I got it when I had an Ipsy subscription. I've since discontinued my subscription with Ipsy. But I'm going to go ahead and toss it because there's really nothing in here. So I am going to toss it. I have these two remaining primers from Fenty Beauty. This is the original. This is the hydrating one. I literally went through the matte one like water. So, and I didn't know I still had it with nothing left. I don't know why I was keeping an empty bottle. Definitely keeping both of these. As you can see, this is half gone. And I've started using this one too. But I'm definitely keeping both of these from Fenty Beauty. This primer from KVD Vegan Beauty, the Locket primer. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I am not going to keep this. It's still pretty new. I just don't see myself wearing this, so I am going to declutter this. For the time being, I'm going to keep this primer from Makeup Forever. I don't wear it like talking about, but since I did get the new foundation by Makeup Forever, I am going to keep it for the time being. I do see myself decluttering this soon. I am going to toss this primer from CoverGirl. This is pretty old and it does have a little bit of a smell. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to toss this. I am also going to toss this empty tube of the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is empty. I don't know why I'm keeping an empty tube of primer. I don't know. So I am going to toss this simply because it's empty. There's nothing in here, but I am picking up another one of these. This is so good. This I'm tossing. This is just old, and I'm not going to take my chances on this. So I'm definitely going to toss these. Now, I do have this Master Prime Primer from Maybelline. I forgot I had this. However, I am going to go ahead and toss it because, again, it's pretty old and it looks like it's about to explode. And I am not about to put my face with this, and I'm not trusting it. So I am going to go ahead and toss this. This was a primer I tested out from a brand called YC Collection. I'm going to go ahead and toss this. I don't wear this. I don't plan on wearing this anytime soon. So I am going to go ahead and toss it. I'm going to drain whatever is left out of this Too Faced Primed and Poreless primer. I am almost out and I'm about to get tube number 3. This is so good. I wear this a lot. And I'm looking at how much I have left. Ain't much. So I am going to drain the snot out of it. Yes, I'm going to get me another one. And I don't care what anybody says. So I am definitely keeping this primer by Too Faced. I have both of these primers from Rare Beauty. I'm going to go ahead and keep them. I need to go ahead and finish this out. This is almost gone. But I am going to go ahead and keep both primers from Rare Beauty. I do plan on picking up a new foundation by Rare Beauty since the other one I had to toss since it was separated. But I am going to keep these by Rare Beauty. I had to check and see if I had anything left in here. I got a little bit left. This is the matte primer from Milk Makeup. I'm going to keep this because I'm going to drain it. I'm going to drain it. This is the travel size. I am going to get the regular size. But yeah, I'm going to drain the rest of this out. So I'm definitely keeping. This is a illuminating primer from Range Beauty. Again, I am going to keep this. I am keeping the foundation. Range Beauty is a black-owned makeup brand. Again, you saw them on Shark Tank a few years ago. I am going to keep this. This primer with the foundation is a perfect combination. So I'm definitely keeping. I will be tossing this primer from Morphe. I have had this for a long time, and I'm not taking chances on this primer, so I will be tossing this primer. I ain't got but a smudge left of this primer from Milani, and I know you've seen me in few makeup looks with this primer. I almost have nothing left. I need to really see how much I have left. 100% keeping, because it's almost empty. I'm gonna drain the rest of it. For the simple fact that this primer was 50 bucks, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping this Pat McGrath. I don't really wear it, but if I do wear it, it's only with the Pat McGrath foundation. Once this primer is gone, I'm not gonna get another one because I'm not a fan of it. That is the only way I wear it, is with the foundation. So for the time being, I'm gonna keep it. Okay, you can tell I wear this. You can tell I wear this from Huda Beauty. I still wear this. Definitely keeping, definitely keeping. I still wear it. I still do, you know, half gone, but I'm gonna drain it. Don't worry, I'm gonna drain this primer from Huda Beauty. Definitely keeping. All right, these last one. I just wore this from Mented, the Perfect Prime. This is the priming stick. I am gonna keep this. I'm also going to keep the LA Girl Pro Prep Primer. This is my other tube because I had to buy a new one. So this is my new tube. I forgot I had this. I gotta see what this is again. This is the Catrice Bye Bye Pores Primer. I'm going to try this again. So these are all of the primers I'm going to keep. I have quite a bit I am tossing. I am going to toss quite a bit of the primers. So that is it with the foundations, the tinted moisturizers, and so forth. Next we are going to go through concealers. So let's go ahead and let's get through these concealers. Again, ridiculous, I know. These are all of the concealers that I had. So we're going to go through all of these concealers, and we're going to start with the Makeup Forever concealer. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. I think I wore this once or twice. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it because I do believe I have the newer one that's been sitting in my new makeup pile for the longest time, and I need to open it. But I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. This is still pretty new. I just don't wear it, so I will be decluttering this. This Hailey's Beauty Rewind Concealer, I don't wear this, and I do know this is kind of old. I'm going to go ahead and toss it. I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to toss it. Gotta toss my baby out. My MAC 24 Hour Wear Concealer. It's broken. I broke it, and when I look, there's really like nothing in here. I used it so much. I'm going to declutter it and get me a new one. The shade I'm in is it for the concealer is NC45. Yeah, I broke it. So I am definitely going to toss this. 100% keeping the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. I'm also going to keep the Makeup by Mario Concealer. I'm definitely keeping these. I'm also going to keep the LYS Concealer. These are so good. A lot of y'all, again, didn't care for the foundation by Makeup by Mario, and some of y'all don't care for the concealer. I do. I know a lot of people like the LYS Concealer and the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. I am definitely keeping all three of these. The concealer by Too Faced. What was this? This is the Eternal Light Concealer. I've only worn this once or twice. I don't see myself picking this back up because I'm such a fan of the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I'm keeping this. I am going to declutter this. I could not find this concealer nowhere. I do have the new Smashbox foundation that I've been testing. I have thoughts on it. But I knew I had a concealer and I didn't know what I did with it. I found it. For the time being, I'm going to keep it, but I think eventually I will declutter this and get a new one. But for the time being, I will keep this. This concealer from NARS, OG and a goodie. 100% keeping. I did get the pot. I don't wear the pot, and I know this is probably dried up. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not going to wear this, the pot, the NARS concealer pot. I am going to toss this, but I am definitely keeping this. I think I'm going to need another one because I have been using this concealer a lot lately. Keeping this, tossing this. This Total Coverage Concealer from Black Opal, I am going to declutter this. I don't see myself picking this up, so I am going to declutter this. But their new baby, the concealer they hadn't too long came out with, I love this concealer. If you were a fan of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, this is an awesome dupe for it. And then I believe it's $10 on top of that. This is a very good concealer. Keeping this, I am going to declutter this. I forgot I had this concealer from the lip bar. I forgot I had this concealer, and I know this concealer is still pretty new. I'm going to go ahead and keep it so I can do, again, a makeup look featuring all makeup from Black On Makeup brand. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this. The Benefit Boing Concealer, not keeping this. I am going to go ahead and declutter this. I don't wear it. I don't know even why I kept it the last time. I don't wear this concealer. It is just not for me. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this. Cannot tell me nothing about these concealers from CoverGirl. 100% keeping. I think I'm almost out. Yeah, I may need to get some more because it looked like I'm almost out. But I'm definitely keeping these concealers from CoverGirl. Okay, let me go ahead and throw this away. This is the Maybelline Rewind Concealer. Let me go ahead and throw this away, y'all. I'm tossing this. I do know I have, yeah. Here's the new one right here that I've never even opened. It's still in the packaging. So I'm keeping this. I am tossing this. Of course, here is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is actually my newer one. You know I'm keeping this because I hadn't too long opened it and I have been using it. The first one I had of this used the lid. It's not out of it. I mean, to the point where I had the tube upside down. That's how much I was wearing it. 100% keeping this. I had too long got these. The Dior concealer, I'm only going to keep it because it costs too much money. But this concealer from Kosas, I hadn't too long got this. So I'm definitely going to be keeping it. This wears very well with the foundation from Kosas. So I'm definitely keeping both of these. I know for a fact if this runs out or whenever it runs out, I'm not getting another one of these. I'm not really a fan of it. Every now and then I do pick this up and wear the Dior concealer. But this one from Kosas is so good. So I am keeping both concealers. This is still new. I hadn't too long picked this up from L'Oreal. I needed another one, the Infallible Concealer, because the other one was really, really old. And it was too bright on top of that. And this is super full coverage, so now I have the right concealer. But again, this is new. I had too long opened this and I have been using it, so I'm definitely keeping that. Also keeping the Superstay Concealer from Maybelline. This is also new. Hadn't too long opened it, so I'm definitely keeping both of these. Can't tell me nothing about this Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. 100% keeping this. I do use it. It is super full coverage and you just have to know how to use it. So I am 100% keeping the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. I am keeping the Lancome Taunt Doll Concealer, and I am going to be keeping the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Concealer. Definitely keeping both of these. I know this is still pretty new. So I am definitely keeping this, and I'm also keeping this as well. Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer. I'm going to go ahead and toss it. I tossed the foundation a long time ago because the foundation separated, and I have since picked up the new Urban Decay foundation that everybody is talking about. But this is pretty old because I do wear the Quickie Concealer more than this one, so I am going to go ahead and toss this. I am going to go ahead and keep the concealer, the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer. I am going to keep it for the time being. I am going to toss this concealer by Beauty Bakery. Again, Beauty Bakery is closing its doors. So this I pretty much stopped wearing. And I also know this is old. So I am going to toss this and I'm going to keep this. Also tossing the Dose of Colors I Am, Meet Your Hue Concealer. I don't know why I say I Am Magic. I am going to go ahead and toss this. I have used it a lot and it is kind of old. And I did toss the foundation from Dose of Color. So I'm going to go ahead and toss the concealer. Keeping the Morphe Concealer for the time being. Definitely keeping the Makeup Revolution Concealer. This is the concealer I use when I don't want to wear foundation. Kind of one of those no makeup days. This is what I use, this concealer that is like in place of foundation. So I'm definitely going to be keeping both of these. The OG's itself, Tarte This is the miniature concealer that everybody has been duping for so many years, and it's still pretty new, so I am going to go ahead and keep this. This I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I don't wear it, and it is still pretty new, but I know for a fact I am not going to pick this up and wear it. So I am going to declutter this, and I am going to keep this. 100% keeping the Hourglass concealer. I just got this. Y'all just saw me do a review on this. This is still new. 100% keeping. This concealer, again, a lot of y'all don't like this concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. This is my travel concealer. 100% keeping this as well. The KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Concealer. This is good, but because I've decluttered the foundation, I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? No, because I still have the other one. No, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I'm not going to wear this, and I pretty much stopped wearing this. So I'm going to declutter this, and I am keeping these. I don't know what happened to my Believe Beauty concealer, but I am going to go ahead and toss it. I don't know what happened to it, but I am going to go ahead and toss it. It is kind of old, so I'm going to go ahead and toss it. I'm going to go ahead and toss the LA Girl Pro Concealer. It has begun to separate. I do have another one up front. However, I'm going to have to go ahead and toss that one because it's damn near empty. But this one is the old one I've had for such a long time, and it looks like it's about to explode. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to toss this one. I am going to definitely keep the Neutrogena concealer and the Flower Beauty concealer. I love this concealer from Neutrogena that nobody talks about. And this concealer from Flower Beauty is still pretty new. So I'm definitely going to keep these. But I am going to toss the LA Girl. I am going to toss the Under Eye Correcting Concealer from Fenty Beauty. This is discontinued, and I think it's pretty much empty. You see, I had used it a lot, but I pretty much stopped using it because my all-time favorite concealer, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer, look, I told you I've been using the snot of it. You know I'm finna use all this up. I know I got that new one from Fenty Beauty, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this up, but this I will toss. Both concealers, Huda Beauty and ABH, keeping both of these. Both of these concealers are so good. This one from Huda Beauty is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And when I do pick this up, this is also a very good concealer. So I am going to keep both concealers. I forget I have this concealer from Clinique. Also really, really, really good concealer. Works very well with the foundation. 100% keeping it. This is still pretty new. So I am going to keep this. I am going to toss the Rare Beauty concealer, just like I had to do with the foundation. This is separating a little bit, so I am going to go ahead and toss it. I'm not taking any chances with it, so I am going to go ahead and toss it. I am keeping all three of these concealers. I'm just going to go ahead and use this one up from NYX. This is the Bear With Me concealer. Everybody likes this concealer. Not really a fan of it, but I do have the foundation, so I'm going ahead and keep this. Definitely another favorite of mine, the concealer from Milani. I may need another one because I think I'm almost out. And I do forget I have this concealer from Catrice, just like the foundation. So I am definitely keeping all three of these. I'm going to go ahead and keep this from LA Colors. This is their concealer, but I think I'm going to need another one because I think it's almost out. So I'm just going to use up whatever I have remaining in here and then get another one. All right, last three. This is the Pat McGrath concealer, definitely keeping. This is the One Size Beauty concealer, definitely keeping. I'm almost out of this concealer from ColourPop, so I am going to definitely keep all three of these. So I think I did pretty good. I think I tossed a lot. I'm tossing a lot of concealer out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the concealer back where they belong. And yeah, I think I may have time for highlighter. I think. Let's try and squeeze in highlighter. All right, I just went through my highlighters. This is all I got left with highlighter. Now this is all I got left. This is all I got left. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, I am going to only keep the highlighters from Fenty Beauty. I am keeping all of these. This is Mo Honey. Yeah, this is Mo Honey. This is the Ginger Binge Moscow Mule, and this is Penny for Your Thoughts. I am definitely going to keep these. The only other highlighters I am going to keep is this new one from Rare Beauty. These are new. So you know, a lot of people are talking about it, and she's released some of these illuminating blushes. This is what I have, so this is still new. I am only going to keep those four. The rest of these I am going to get rid of. This was a collab that Makeup Revolution did with the Plastic Boy. If you don't know who he is on YouTube, they did a collab with him, and I've only worn this twice. This is definitely black girl friendly. This is what it looked like. This highlighter is so beautiful, yet I'm just not, I've only worn it twice. I don't plan on wearing it, so I am going to declutter it. I'm also going to declutter the Range Beauty liquid highlighter. I don't wear this at all. This is still fairly new. It's like a loose highlighter. I don't wear this, so I will be decluttering this as well. I'm actually going to keep this, so it's still pretty new. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush Highlighter. As you can see, it's been well used, and I do plan on bringing this back on the road with me when we travel for basketball. So I am going to keep that. Oh, and I'm also going to keep this. This is still new. This is the highlighter from liquid highlighter from LYS in Fearless. So I am definitely going to keep this as well. This from Milani, this came in a collab that Juicy Jazz did with Milani a couple of years ago. So yes, this is old. This is very old. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to toss this. I'm not wearing this. This is too old. I'm not going to even take a chance, and I wouldn't let anybody else take a chance of this. So I'm going to toss this. I'm also going to toss this from Mod, I believe. I think I got this in a Ipsy. Oh, it still look pretty new. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear this, so I am definitely going to declutter this as well. This is still brand new, never worn, so I'm going to get rid of this as well. The highlighter, the high glass highlighter from NYX, I am also going to declutter this. I've only worn this a couple of times. I don't see myself wearing this. What I am going to toss is the Sigma Beauty Sculpt Highlight and Contour Palette. I used to wear this palette a lot, but this palette is old. This is very old, and I'm not going to take a chance and let someone else wear this. I am going to toss this. I'm also going to toss this illuminating bronzer from ColourPop. This came in their, what is this? This Wild Child, I believe. This was more friendly for women of color. This is like illuminating bronzer, but I treated it more as a highlighter. I'm not going to wear this. So I am, and this is also old, so I am going to toss this as well. This from Black Opal, this is a illuminating bronzer that more like treated as a blush. Yeah, it's more like a highlighter. I'm not going to keep this either, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this as well. So yeah, that's it. So it looks like we have enough time to get blush out the way, and then that will be it. All right, y'all, last stop for the day, blush. OMG. And the first thing I looked at is the fact that I thought I had a cream blush from Juvia's Place. Apparently I do not. So that's probably why I thought this was the blush from Juvia's Place. And I said on the video it was from Juvia's Place, and this is actually Makeup Revolution. And this blush is so pigmented. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Yes, I'm definitely going to keep this. So this is new. This is the cream blush from Makeup Revolution. So 100% keeping. Definitely keeping the blush from LYS. I tend not to pick this up a whole lot, but this blush, it is so pigmented. It is so pigmented. You just need a little bit of this blush. This is the shade Empower. This is the shade, so I am definitely keeping this. This was the limited edition blush and highlighter that Makeup Shayla did with Dose of Colors. Definitely 100% keeping, because I do tend on bringing this with me when I do travel basketball. I did last year because the highlight and blush, I use both, and it's so pigmented, so I am definitely keeping. No, they don't offer this because it was limited edition, but I do travel with this, so I am keeping. My blushes from Fashion Fair, 100% keeping. And these are still pretty new. It comes in a duo. If you're not familiar with Fashion Fair, this is the highlighter duo right here. And in this one, I believe this is the blush duo. Yes, this has a powder blush and it has the cream blush. And these are still fairly new, so I'm definitely keeping. All right, I do have these putty blushes from e.l.f. I'm going to go ahead and keep it for the time being because I am going to be doing an e.l.f. makeup look because I do have some new e.l.f. I know I have the powder. Here it is. This is the primer infused blush as well from e.l.f. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and keep these three. I know I wasn't a fan of these, but I am going to go ahead and keep all three of them. I do not wear this blush from Morphe. I do not wear this blush from Morphe. I got it when I was at Ulta, and I have only worn this only a couple of times. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. It's still practically new, gently used. I don't use it, so I am gonna go ahead and declutter. Also gonna declutter this limited edition blush from Fenty Beauty. This was a limited edition. I think this was in a Christmas set, I believe, and I think I've only worn it, yeah, once or twice. So this is what it looks like. I only wore it maybe once or twice, so I'm definitely going to be decluttering this. This is a limited edition. They don't offer this anymore, so I am going to be decluttering. The Ollie Oops, this was like a 3-in-1. It came like this, and I got it in an Ipsy. I am going to go ahead and toss this because this is kind of old. I don't wear this. I think this is what the bronzer, the cream blush, cream highlighter. Yeah, like that, and have a mirror. I am going to go ahead and toss this. This is kind of old and I don't wear this, so I am going to toss this. I am going to keep the Shades by Shan blush palette. I do know they offer this blush at the makeup center at JCPenney. They knew JCPenney Beauty, so they do offer this blush, so I am going to keep this. Didn't I tell you I had 2 Rare Beauty blushes? I had 2 Rare Beauty blushes, and then I also have this also from Rare Beauty. Definitely going to be keeping because I think this is also a cream blush that nobody liked, but I liked it. But then I also have these, so I'm definitely keeping all 3. The One Size Beauty blush trio, y'all, this is so pigmented. This has, if you're not familiar, that has the cream at the top and then the 2 powders at the bottom. I am keeping this. This is so pigmented. A little bit literally goes a long way, so I am keeping. This is just 2 of the 3 blush palettes I have from Juvia's Place. The other one is in the front. This is the original OG palette, blush palette, the Saharian blush palette volume 1. Yes, that I also would at times use as eyeshadow. I am definitely keeping this. And this is the volume 4 blush. Yes, y'all know what this is. Still new, still 100% keeping. The other one, I think it's the volume 2, is in the front that I will be doing an upcoming Juvia's Place video. So definitely keeping both of these. I hadn't too long got these blushes from ColourPop. These are really, really good. However, this one is not really fitting for my color. This one is more one that fits my color. This is in Papaya. This is in the shade, what is this? Prairie Air. So I am going to declutter this, but I am going to keep this. Definitely keeping the Milani Cream Blush. These have become popular again, so I am going to keep this. I'm also going to keep the Halo Glow Beauty Wand from e.l.f. I am going to keep this as well. I will be tossing both of these blushes by LA Colors because these are old. These are super, super, super old. And I know I wore them in a video not too long ago. And I don't even know why I did it because I ended up breaking out afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to toss these. And unfortunately, I have to toss my Mented blush in Buried Away. It broke. And when I use it in a video in my 7 days of makeup looks, I have to hold it a certain way because it is broken. And it could be broken because I either dropped it or because it's just been sitting and it just cracked. So I am going to go ahead and toss it. I am going to keep this blush from Patrick Ta. This is in the shade She's Baked. I forgot I had this. I know I did a video on this not that long ago. And yeah, I tend to forget I have this, I mainly use the cream because the cream is really, really good. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to keep this blush from Patrick Ta. Okay, I have all of these cream blushes. This one is from LA Girl. This one is from NYX. This one is from Maybelline. I am going to keep this one from Maybelline. I am going to keep this one from NYX. I'm going to declutter this one because I don't wear this one from LA Girl. So I'm going to declutter this one and keep these. I used to wear this so much. The cream blush from ABH. I am going to go ahead and keep it because I do believe this has a brush. Yeah, this is the one. It has the brush at the bottom. I am going to keep this because if all else fails, I still go back to this. And this is still good, so I am going to keep this. This cream blush from Beauty Blender. I used to wear this so much. I used to wear it so much. It's kind of dried out because I don't wear it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it because I don't wear it and it is kind of dried out. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it. I am going to go ahead and toss both of these blushes. This from the Age Perfect blush from L'Oreal and this blush from CoverGirl. These are kind of old and I'm not going to take any chances with it. So I will be tossing both of these. These two blushes definitely keeping. These are still fairly new. This is the Sweet Cheeks powder blush from NYX. And this is the powder blush from the Sephora collection. This is still pretty new. And when I looked, I forgot I had it. And I remember when I wore this blush from the Sephora collection. If I can open it. Look at there. And they say this is a light pink. This shows up on my face and it's so pretty. So I am definitely keeping both of the blushes from the Sephora collection and NYX. Artist Couture even still a brand. This blush is so good. This is the Love Sprung palette from Artist Couture. As much as I want to keep it, I know I am not going to wear anything in here. And this is so pigmented and it's not that old. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to declutter this. So it needs a new home, so I will be decluttering this. These two blushes, I'm going to go ahead and keep this one from Dior because everybody talks about it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm going to go ahead and toss it. Go ahead and keep it because it costs too much money. This blush from Too Faced, y'all. Oh, look, I really like this blush and it's so pigmented. So I am definitely keeping this blush from Too Faced. I'm also going to keep the blush from Dior. Keeping my blush from NARS. I do still wear this blush. Also keeping my blush from MAC. Super, super pigmented. So I'm definitely keeping both of these. I'm almost out of this cream blush from Fenty Beauty. This is in Strawberry Drip. I'm almost out of this. Yeah, I use it. I have a hole, so I know I need another one of these. So I'm definitely going to be keeping. I think she came out with some other shades in this, but I am going to be keeping this. We'll be tossing the blush from Believe Beauty. This is old. This is very, very old. I don't wear it because I do tend to wear other affordable blushes. I can open it. Yeah, and it's beginning to crack. So I am going to go ahead and toss this. Last but not least, Pat McGrath. I forgot I had this blush from Pat McGrath, and I used to wear this blush so much. This blush, look how pretty this is. This is so pretty. I am not getting rid of this. This cost a pretty penny, and just a little bit of this blush goes a very long way. You just need a little bit of this and it will last you. So I am definitely keeping this blush from Pat McGrath. Alright guys, so that is it with this portion of the declutter series. The only thing I have left that I'm looking at are my bronzers slash foundation powders and the ever so stuffed eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 drawers of eyeshadow palettes I have to get through, and it is so much. I can't even close one of the drawers. I have so many palettes. So we're going to go through those tomorrow. I am going to go ahead and end the video right here so I can go ahead and order some food and go ahead and get started editing this video. So with that being said, this is Venetia Alexander Marshall. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.